All right. Again, thank you everyone for being here. We're gathered with members of the Gwinnett Delegation from both the House and the Senate to remind folks of the historic vote we're going to be having tomorrow to expand transit and MARTA in Gwinnett tomorrow. Gathered here are members of, again, the delegation who's in support of the vote. So as a reminder, polls are going to be open tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and this is a historic opportunity that all of us, including all the voters in Gwinnett, have to invest in Gwinnett and to move us forward. This is an opportunity of a lifetime to ensure that we generate economic development and redevelopment in Gwinnett for the next 20 to 30 years. Voting yes is not just about MARTA and bringing heavy rail into Gwinnett County. It would include bus rapid transit, dedicated bus lanes, coordinated traffic lights, and much more that will help reduce congestion, along with spurring economic development. As set in the contract negotiated by the Gwinnett County Commission, this will be paid through a 1% sales tax, which would bring Gwinnett to 7%, which is still below or on par with other metro Atlanta counties nearby. This investment would help raise $7 to $8 billion for infrastructure projects in Gwinnett, with every dollar spent raising or resulting in a $4 return on investment. We've seen the cost of not having access to transit in Gwinnett. For example, despite being the #1 state in which to do business, we've seen companies like Mercedes-Benz move their headquarters to Sandy Springs, where they do have access to reliable transit. We've seen NCR move their headquarters to Midtown Atlanta, 0.4 miles away from the Midtown MARTA station. So along with ensuring Gwinnett has an opportunity to thrive for the next 20 to 30 years, voting yes will connect Gwinnett with the greater Atlanta region and set a precedent for the rest of the 13-county metro Atlanta region. This is our opportunity to lead and make Gwinnett better than we found it. So please go out and vote tomorrow and vote yes for the future of Gwinnett. So that said, I will turn it over to Representative Jasmine Clark.
So, as my colleague just stated, this is a very important vote, and it's not just important for jobs, but it's also important for our students. Students in Gwinnett need access to the top colleges and universities, such as Georgia Gwinnett College, Georgia Tech, GSU, Emory, and SCAD. So once these graduates are hired, they will then be allowed to access jobs throughout Atlanta without having to leave or move out of Gwinnett. We also need to be able to retain and keep the talent in Gwinnett, and all of these things can be accomplished with greater mobility options for both the employer and the employee in Gwinnett County.
Transit is not a partisan issue. This referendum has the support of both Governor Deal and Stacey Abrams. They both support the support of both the Gwinnett Chamber of Congress and the Sierra Club is behind this MARTA referendum. The contract was negotiated by our Republican County Commissioner Chair Charlotte Nash, our Republican State Senator Brandon Beach, and Sheriff Butch Conway. Both support this referendum. It also has the support of the Democratic members of the Gwinnett House and the Senate delegation.
All right, so again, we're all gathered here to encourage voters to use their right, go vote, and let's move Gwinnett forward. With that, does anybody have any questions? Sure.
Anybody wants.
I'd like to say something. One of the biggest concerns we had, and I know during my town hall, was people concerned about crime. And I wanted to reassure folks that MARTA has its own police force that's well-trained, and it will just layer your city police, your county police, and the MARTA police. So you're actually getting more safety than you are without MARTA. So I really encourage everyone to make sure they get out and vote tomorrow. And again, the polls open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Oh, yes. That would be at your regular polling place from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow. All right. Well, if there are no questions, thank you, everyone, for coming, and let's have a successful vote tomorrow. Thank you.